It is a great pleasure to now introduce our final speaker, Mr. Stephen V. Russell, to make his final superintendent's remarks. Let's give Mr. Russell a warm send-off in appreciation for all of his years serving the students of Bell Vernon Area School District.
President Bylon, members of the Board of Education, alumni speaker Solero, the administration, faculty, parents, relatives, friends of the graduates, reverend clergy, fellow citizens, and tonight's graduates, my friends. In this, my final time at the podium addressing a graduating class, I feel most keenly the privilege, yes, and the responsibility, and yes, the satisfaction of so doing. Graduates, by determination and hard work, you have reached this milestone in your young lives. Your classmate, Paige Mailoni, reminds us that in addition to your personal diligence, the faith and support of many people in your lives has enabled you to come so far. Parents and grandparents, uncles and aunts, teachers and clergy, their belief in you fosters a belief in yourselves. Michael Vaughan put it succinctly: "The people I love and the experiences I have lived have made me who I am." Brittany Truesdale recognizes that commencement is not an end, but a beginning. The commencement, in fact, of a great adventure. What I have discovered and been inspired by in my 42 years as a molder of young minds is the faith our students have in the America we all cherish. The combination of affection and admiration for our country. In their hearts, the American dream has not died. In my day in and day out interaction with thousands of students during decades, I have realized what an abiding connection they have to this nation's best goals and to the men and women who work to achieve them. Our country was founded upon the self-evident truths that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. By his eloquence and clarity, Thomas Jefferson, in 1776, in the Declaration of Independence, from the mother country started a revolution and ignited the American spirit. Our founding fathers forged the greatest nation the world has ever seen. And every day, Americans made the great republic into the city upon the hill that the world has marveled at for over 2 centuries. Americans continue to try to form a more perfect union. Perfectionism is written into our Constitution. Our forebears ended slavery at the cost of the bloodiest war in our history. And today, Americans still aspire and work toward an end to racial inequality at a time when racial and cultural diversity is exploding in our land. Americans still work toward the enlargement of opportunity for all, remembering it is not even 100 years since women got the right to vote. The animating American spirit that flamed within our founding fathers is that same animated spirit, as Michael Vaughan also noted, that put man on the moon, and it flames in these graduates this evening. Haley Bashada wrote that the American spirit is that feeling I get when recalling the great feats of my fellow countrymen who came before me. And this feeling is heightened for Haley every time I remember September 11th, 2001, and the way this country pulled together to get through it. This sends a message to the rest of the world that America does not stop. It does not give up, even when brought down. The class of 2012 has a renewed opportunity to channel its feelings about country, love, fear, anger, hope, into action, to find solutions to problems, to move ever closer to that more perfect union. You have the possibility of greatness before you. Our success as a people has bred an appetite for excellence. Where we are good, we want to be very good. Where we are very good, we want to be outstanding. And where we are outstanding, we long for distinctive virtue. Yes, you can rekindle the spirit captured by President Theodore Roosevelt when he reminded us that aggressive fighting for the right is the noblest sport the world affords. Our market democracy works, and let us not forget what a charitable people we are, doing good both at home and globally. Our charity extends to our people through our worthy religious and civic groups, along with the many dedicated philanthropists throughout our history. Michael Genuine suggests we ponder the words of CBS correspondent Bob Schieffer. The great monuments of Washington, D.C. are the index of our nation's values. Those we honor remind us and tell others who we are and what we hold to be important. But those monuments are only reminders. Each of us builds his or her own memorial by the work we do and the life we lead. Ian Dobbins cites a telling quotation when the class of 2012 entered high school. This country of ours has more wealth than any nation, but that's not what makes us rich. We have the most powerful military on the planet, but that's not what makes us strong. Our universities and our culture are the envy of the world, but that's not what keeps the world coming to our shores. Instead, it is that American spirit, that American promise that pushes us forward, even when the path is uncertain, that binds us together in spite of our differences, that makes us fix our eyes on not on what is seen, but what is unseen. The American spirit is embodied not only in the history-making personages to whom we erect monuments, but also in the so-called common people who have toiled to make this country great. So now you, the class of 2012, begin to take your place on the world stage. and face your generation's new challenges. No task is too daunting, declares Sarah Zora. This new technological age, the invention of the internet and what followed from it, raised our expectations once again. It started us dreaming again. The poet Carl Sandburg said, "The Republic is a dream, and nothing happens unless first a dream." So to those doubting Thomases who believe the American spirit has withered, been spent, exhausted itself, I look the contradiction to this in the face. In the young and hopeful faces of the graduating class before me, the class of 2012 is ready to unleash its potential. Go, proclaim the spirit of will and determination to all by your works, and by their works you shall know them. This is the American way, and this is our heritage. With the world before you, I know you will affirm and heed the wisdom of our forefathers. As you embark on your new lives, I leave you with this benediction. You are here in order to enable the world to live with greater vision, with a finer spirit of hope and achievement. You are here to enrich the world. Thank you. At this time, would the President of the Bell Vernon Area School District Board of Education please come forward, Mr. Bylon. I would like at this time to make the presentation of the class to you and then have you say a few words after me. This time it is my pleasure to announce that the members of the Bell Vernon Area class of 2012 have satisfactorily completed the course of study prescribed by the Department of Education of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Bell Vernon Area School District. And upon the recommendation of the faculty and administration, and with great personal pride, I present to you one of my students, Mr. Aaron Bylon, President of the Bell Vernon Area School Board of School Directors, the class of 2012, whose names appear on the commencement program for reception of their high school diplomas. Mr. Bylon.
Thank you, Mr. Russell. As President of the Bell Vernon Area School Board of Education, it is indeed a privilege to accept the class of 2012, which has met all requirements for graduation. On behalf of the Board of Education, we want you to know how proud we are of you and the accomplishments that you have brought to you to this day. Okay. The roll call of honorees may now begin.
Okay, let's go.